Alright, welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Everybody's just woken up. That's good. We're going to continue working on our farm today, and I was looking at it a little bit more. I think what we're going to do for our igneous rock sounds good. I think what we're going to do for our piping system up here is I'm going to run it... Oh, first I'm going to have to get this out of the way, aren't I? So I'm going to run the pipe out here in the cold region a little bit. Now, I don't think I'm going to try to cool down my room using water, because I just don't think that's going to happen. But what I will do is run my pipe out here into this cold biome a bit, right? And let it spend some time out here, you know, cooling off as it continues moving through these rooms, because it is very cold out here. Well, yeah, it's pretty cold. Anyway, so that'll just give it a little bit of time to, yeah, like I said, just basically cool off and take on some of the ambient temperature. Now, I could run it all the way up here, and, well, I mean, we might as well just go ahead and do that, because these need to get water, right? And I could try to snake it through all of these. That's probably... That's probably for the best, isn't it? Okay, we'll do it that way then. But once it's in here... Well, igneous rock is fine, yeah. Okay. Alright, that's the way we're going to do it. My only concern is with how constant the supply of water is going to be, but we'll give that a shot. We can always mix up the plumbing if we need to, and I'm going to keep it with a dead end. And then the other advantage to that, as opposed to having the water cycle somewhere else, is that if the water sits in here and it's too warm, well, it'll just get colder as it sits in this cold room, and eventually, you know, it won't contribute to the overall heat in this room. I hope that works. Oh man, look at all this polluted oxygen. This air filter is just not doing it. Yeah, boy, what am I going to do about that? We're going to go ahead and build a purifier real quick. Air deodorizer. Air deodorizer. Where are we going to put it? I have no idea where it would be. Like, where is our problem with polluted oxygen the highest? We've got quite a bit of it up here. I think pure oxygen is less weighty than regular. Well, we'll put it here for now, because the other thing we need to put in is a air pump to get that working. So, not a liquid pump. We are looking for a gas pump. And for want of a better decision at the moment, well, you know, iron will work. We'll make it out of iron. So we're gonna put a gas pump here. Okay. And what we're going to end up doing, and we're going to use wolframite for the gas vent, is we are going to cycle air out of this room, okay, and presumably the warm air will rise, but I don't know. We're going to operate under that assumption for now. So it'll take up the warmest air, and then it'll pump out the coldest, and hopefully we'll get a cycle of cold air perpetually going in through here until we reach a adequately cold temperature. So we'll put the vent here. And so the cold air from here should drop down, push the warm air up and into the gas pump. And then we'll just have to figure out the vents here a little bit later. Now, because we're going to be going for a very cold temperature, right, growth requirements, we're going for a negative 35 degrees Celsius. That is going to be colder than what we can ever get out here. That means that we need to replace these walls with insulation. That's just got to happen. And we don't really have any more abyssalite. So, one of the other projects we've got going on is up here, trying to get to this gold. Oh, that reminds me too. Why don't we go ahead and stick an algae terrarium here for now. Okay? And eat up some of this carbon dioxide. Actually, you know what? Let's deconstruct that. Let's cancel that. Let's put an algae terrarium here. Any second now. Any second now. Any second now. We can't prioritize the deconstruction, unfortunately. Good. Okay. Put that there. Alright. So carbon dioxide will probably accumulate down here. Okay. As it does down here. Now, over here, as you can see, we are running out of our water. And I want to see if we can push it over. Can we reach it? It says it's unreachable. Why is it unreachable? Is it just that far away? Well... I guess if it's that far away, it's that far away. Okay. Well, poop. We'll just leave it there and see if we can ever get any progress with it. Right, let's see how our water is doing. It's coming in. So like I said, I'm not going to try to refrigerate our water down to the temperature of the room, but I will try to let it get down to negative 27, negative 28 before it enters this room. And oxygen production, we've got these going. You know what? Why don't we, oh, this doesn't have battery power now? What's going on? Oh, because the CO2 pressure is too low. Well, how do we want to... You know, as long as the carbon dioxide's down here, there's really no reason to forcibly try to remove it. You know? This is waiting for algae, and we do not have enough algae. Do we have slime? We don't have slime either. Can we get some algae, guys? Here's some algae. Let's grab it. Okay. And this is giving off... it's giving off polluted oxygen, of course. There we go. That's helpful. Come on, pick it on up. Good job. Good job. Okay. And the rest of these, why don't we go ahead and put in more sleet wheat, and can we copy settings? There we go. There we go. Let's just go ahead and let that do its thing. Okay. Now, this polluted water over here. One thing I don't like about mopping up water or polluted water is that it is a waste of water. Like, it just disappears, you know, and they will use polluted water to water stuff if it's convenient, but unfortunately at the moment they find this area down here to be the most convenient for water. And that's not really that's not really the case. I could mess around with how I'm dealing with this over here and try to see, look at that now. Is this still not reachable? So we can deconstruct this. Whoops. We can probably deconstruct that and use a ladder to get down here and try to start sealing this stuff up a little bit better. And that is definitely what I'm going to do. Good yield. Harvests remaining 3, okay. Good yield predicted. Ideal temperature, but still not the ideal air pressure. We're working on it. Awaiting fertilizer, low air pressure, yeah. You know, up here as well, there's not that much carbon dioxide up here, is the thing. We might as well open this. These all need to have air pressure building up. One of the good ways to do that is with the algae terrarium. Oh, hey, look at this. So I want you to store seeds, basically. Okay, and we will prioritize you up just a bit. Okay, so they will prioritize filling this with seeds. Now the next thing to do is I'm thinking about putting in some light. However, the thing I'm thinking about is really disabling this, because this eats through algae like crazy. And I'm thinking about going back to using just some algae terrariums in here. Now there's actually still some carbon dioxide floating around. So yeah, we're going to deconstruct these two. And we're going to put some algae terrariums here. And that's just overall just to increase the oxygen in our base. And we'll deal with the rest of this stuff later. Wow, look at that polluted oxygen up here now too. Oh boy. Okay, well, we can handle it. We still have plenty of sand available, so there you go. At least he can... At least he has enough oxygen to run. That's an improvement of sorts. Okay. Good. Keep on working on that, guys. And when we get the gold amalgam up, like, yeah, we've got some now. We probably have enough to do what we want to do. Slime, we could mine that out too. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is we might as well deconstruct this. So, yeah, just deconstruct it completely. And then what we're going to want to do is put in a mechanical airlock with the gold amalgam. And I'm going to use the gold amalgam because I think it'll let less heat through. It'll have less heat transfer between these two rooms than any of the other metals. So, yeah, that's basically it. And then mechanical, so that it doesn't generate any heat. No. Mechanical simply because then it will mean that the door is open less often. And obviously an open door will allow the most heat transfer because the air is just flowing in. And because it's cold air, it will flow downward. So that's the thing. Okay. Boom. We're done. And we're making it out of gold. There we go. And we'll just set it up with some power. And as far as power goes, I think we'll put a... We can put our transformer in this room. Remove this door. Thinking I might do that. Yeah, instead of in this room. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So let's put in our transformer. Just like so. We are going to have to deconstruct that because the heavy-duty wire will not go through doors, although I'm not convinced that I need heavy-duty wire. I don't think there's that much stress on this wire system here from this generator, from the generators. So, but we'll go ahead and do it anyway for the sake of safety. Okay, power, heavy watt wire. Wow, do we have a lot of gold amalgam now. We'll go ahead and use iron for the heavy watt wire. Oh yeah, now it's actually getting a little bit stressed. Do you see that? It's at yellow. Condition yellow, it says. And then for temperature, you can get 2 of these in, and I think that'll be more than enough. And then how big is a hydrofan? It's also pretty low. The reason for the hydrofan would just be to cool off the thermal regulators and keep this room cool so there's not as much heat coming out of just this room alone. But first, let's put in a couple thermoregulators. Oh, wait. Cancel. Okay. Thermoregulators made out of, yes, gold. Good. Gold amalgam, I should say. Okay. And then we're going to hook up these guys onto the circuit. So let's go ahead again. I think I'm going to use iron for the electrical wire. Yep. That looks good. And run it through the wall, sure. Just like that. Okay. Alright. I hope that will work out the way I want it to. Similarly, we need to insulate this wall, because again, we don't want the heat to go we want the heat to go this direction or upwards, not down or to the left. So yeah, it's time to deconstruct. And I would like to deconstruct buildings like so. And because it's all we have, we will go ahead and do it with sandstone again. Excellent. There we go. And I will have to pause for just a sec. Alright, sorry about that, but that was a very important phone call. And I feel so much better too after getting it. So I'm in the job market, and yeah, I would normally ignore a phone call at a time like this, but yeah, that was a phone call I was hoping to get. So I'll just forgive me if I share a little bit of my joy and enthusiasm with you on camera. All right, so back to what we were doing. Let's put up a ladder here so they can get up to this upper ceiling here. And all right, so yeah, like I said, we're setting up for basically a air conditioning system that's going to be a closed loop. Now, with our plumbing here, we're going to want insulated gas pipes. And again, I think, frankly, abyssalite would be the best, obviously, but we don't have it. So next best would probably be obsidian. Now, this is the out, and I want it to go back into this one. So, yeah. Which way is going to look more aesthetically pleasing to me? I think that way. Okay? And then it's going to come back out. And again, this is all insulated. And it's going to go up. And now let's run it through the wall. Why not? The wall's insulated, right? Yeah. Because I want to avoid overlapping as much as possible. Okay, there we go. And then our air pump is going to be taking in, presumably, very cold air. And, you know, insulated or not, it's probably not going to make a big difference. Yeah. Let's go insulated for now. And again, do we have enough obsidian to do this? Guess we'll find out. And it's going to come out. Oh, it probably really doesn't matter if it's insulated or not. And then, boom, just like so. Okay? And I think that's going to run everything. And yeah, just hopefully it'll continually cool down the gas. Until, that's the key thing we're missing here, isn't it? We need a temperature filter. Or a thermo switch, I'm sorry. And now where can we put our thermo switch? We ought to put it... I guess we ought to put it here. That means we're going to need to rewire this a little bit. Yeah, we'll put it here. Okay. And then that does mean we need to cancel wires. Like that. Okay. Power. Power to the grid. Okay, I hope that works. So basically, we just want to turn down the gas. We want to turn off the gas pump when the air is sufficiently cold, and then when it gets too warm, then hopefully the gas pump will turn on. This should be the warmest part of the room. It should turn on, and we should start refrigerating our air. Now, I kind of expect that's going to be a permanent process, but if possible, maybe we can get it to not be. Why don't we put an airlock in here for now? Okay. Manual airlock. Copper will do. How do I rotate it again? Oh. There we go. Probably ought to put one here, too. Yeah, why don't we? Hope we're deconstructing the ladder. Yeah, I think we are. And then manual airlock. Copper ore. There we go. And let's prioritize those as nearly top priority, so we don't hemorrhage oxygen any more than we need to. Oh, you know the thing is, I want to turn these off as well, but these should turn off automatically if there's no air coming in, I hope. I hope that this thermal switch, I hope that that's the right way to wire this up to shut down this whole system. But it might be that I should put the thermal switch here and have the power run around this way into these guys, so that, like I said, the whole thing gets shut down. I could do it. I could do it. I could do it that way. Alright, let's do it that way just for safety's sake. Okay, but that does mean we need to change our wiring. Dang it. So power... I wish I knew how to... I wish there was a way I could do it from this view. Deconstruct. I guess we'll have to deconstruct it this way. I don't see any other alternative. Okay. There, that fixed that part. But see, now we gotta build it back. Which, I guess that's not a big deal, but still. Still. It is a thing that is necessary. And we don't have enough obsidian, of course. Now, where did we get that obsidian from in the first place? That's wolframite. Like I said, abyssalite might be the way to go, but... Sedimentary rock. Phosphorite, iron ore, abyssalite, coal. You know, I was looking at obsidian not that long ago. There it is. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of coal and stuff down here. It's crazy. Igneous rock. Iron ore. I'm tempted to just grab the abyssalite. But I think I want the obsidian. Okay. Any other convenient source? Not unless I go up over here. We could do it. We could do it. We have the technology. Sure. And then over here... That's also obsidian. Just looks different because of the palette change. Yeah, let's grab it. Where's that water coming from? Oh, that's okay, though. That's totally okay. I'm wondering where it came from. Where did all this water come from? Show me my plumbing. Did somebody, like, just barf up a lung or something? Well, now we got polluted water in our pipe system over here somehow. I don't know how that happened. Oh, you know what? Okay. Yeah, it's time. We need to disable that. We need to put in our filter. We need to put in our water filter. Now that polluted water is getting into our water system, because that is not acceptable. But we knew this day would come. I've prepared for it. So, prepared mentally. So, utilities, plumbing, where beeth our water filter, liquid filter, thank you. So we're going to have to put this thingy in. And we need to put it in like so. Unfortunately, that means we got to wait for this. I said, we got to wait for somebody to, like, prioritize stopping this. Somebody get down here and disable it, please. I am still curious where all of this water came from. No matter. One thing we're going to do is just, at least temporarily, put in some mesh tile. And get it to fall through. Ah, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I say, cancel that, please. Oh, and you know, oh no, I gotta get a duplicant. When did that go off? And I totally missed it. Diver's lungs, can't dig it. You know what? Diver's lungs, it will be. Okay, sorry about that. Alright, algae terrarium. We're just gonna put these in and try to get our oxygen building up in our base again at the most efficient way possible. Okay, and we do have. I am gonna turn off the mesh here though, actually. Because I definitely want any carbon dioxide on this floor to get find its way into the algae terrariums. Okay. Okay. Wow, where's all this water coming from? What is happening? Oh, you know what's happening is polluted water is finding its way into these thingamajigs, isn't it? Oh, repair pending. Maybe it's because those need to be repaired as well. I have no idea. Is somebody going to turn this liquid pump off, please? Okay, you know what? Here's a faster way to do it. Deconstruct these pipes. And then it won't have a choice. Okay. That's interesting. I'll have to figure that out when I rewatch this episode, you know. Is figure out just exactly why that happened. Okay, again, liquid filter. Okay, so very simple. Solution, liquid pipe, igneous rock. Yeah, that'll do. I don't care. And then for now, we'll just tell it to dump out the water here. Okay. Oh, and can you still not reach that for whatever reason? That's unfortunate. Well, let's do that for now. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to have to do it for this episode. Again, like I said, sorry about the interruption, but it was good news for me, so I hope I hope that's consolation for the breakup. But anyway, I will talk to you in the next episode, and we're going to try to get this all working again. And again, I'll be very curious to figure out how this happened over here, this mess. That's interesting. But yeah, talk to you later. Until then, bye-bye.